Okay, cool. Can someone recap for me which problem we last left off, Anjana? Do you remember where did we last leave? Which
Yeah,
question?
sir. I think it was the what's it called?
Yes, so we were at problem number 3, and sir, I remember you had given us like a different version kind of the problem. You
Yeah.
had like edited the problem a bit, and then you had given it to us. So that's what I remember.
Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks, Prashant. Sorry, Anjana, you were saying something?
Yeah, we just finished question 3, and like Prashant said, you gave us like a couple of
Other variants of this problem. Yeah, correct. Understood. Okay.
question 4.
Yeah, question 4. But before we get started with question 4, any doubts, guys, from what we did? The different variants or anything, any other doubt? Sukrit, all okay for you, Arsh?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All okay. Arjun, you're okay. Cool. Anjana, any doubts from you? Prashant,
We watched the recording.
So I had solved this question, but now I can't remember how I solved it.
no. What I meant is, do you have any doubts from last class?
No, not at all. Not at all.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so let's start with question 4. Vishmita, you also did not attend,
So
right?
can I just tell you the answer I got, even though I don't remember how I solved it?
Just 1 second, Prashant.
Yes.
I'll call out like who will call out answers when. So please be patient, okay? So I've informed this to you then earlier. So you need to be patient and give everyone a chance to speak. Okay, sorry. Vishmita, you were also off last week, right? Were you able to?
Yeah, I watched
watch
the
the
video.
recording.
Yeah, I watched it. I think I understood it.
Okay, so no doubts as such from anyone, right? Looks like okay, cool. So Vishmita, this on question 4, were you able to do it? The one I have up on screen.
Yes.
Okay, what did you end up getting?
10/3.
10/3. Okay, so Prashant, you said you had an answer. What was that?
Yes, sir. Even I received 12/3, and sir, now I remembered how I got it.
Sorry, 12/3, did you say, or 10/3?
10. Now I
10
remember how I got it. Now
Okay.
I remember.
Okay, sounds good. Just any other answers, guys? Sukrit, you're on mute.
Yes, sir.
Did you get same answer as 10/3, or did you get something else? Okay, cool. So Vishmita, do you want to go through how you arrived at 10/3 on this one?
Okay.
I could help draw something for you if you want. For example, the center of this, let's say this is D or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
did it a while ago, so I kind of forgot. But I think I used like the Pythagorean theorem to get what the hypotenuse is.
Okay, the hypotenuse AB would therefore be?
Yeah, it would be 13.
13. Yeah. In fact, it's all Pythagoras theorem, but you don't have to necessarily use it every single time. The moment you see 5 and 12, you should know automatically it's 13 by now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, so now I'm in like that habit. If you see, normally I didn't see, but now when I see 18 by right triangle, oh, I'm like 17.
Yeah. Okay. Continue, Vishmita.
Okay, and then I think, okay, I kind of forgot, but I drew like from D to B.
D to B, is it? Okay.
Yeah, a line. And then,
okay, so this line like this, D to B?
yeah.
Okay.
And then let's say it's like from D to where
it touches
the
this.
semicircle.
Okay,
like,
let's say this is E or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do another line.
From D to there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So D to E as well. Okay.
And then those two should be like the same, right?
Which two should be same?
DEB and DBC.
Correct. Yes, these two triangles are congruent. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me why they are congruent? Yes, they look congruent, but can you explain why they are congruent? Yeah, for example, like SSS or SAS or some property like that, right? By some property, they are congruent. What property? Do you understand the different triangle congruency properties? Okay, Vishwita is frozen right now. Okay, yeah, Prashant, you want to continue? Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I kind of went this way, but I didn't go exactly this way,
Okay,
but I'll try and complete it from this angle though.
yeah. Can you
I'll
complete it from
try.
this angle? Yeah. So these
Yes,
two
so
triangles
since uh,
is congruent
yeah,
because
because of the semicircle, E is the point of tangency, so it's a right angle on both sides, so that'll just make it a bit more clear. And then
Yeah.
since AB's yeah, so then so then the property we can use is that one side is the same, DB is the same, so both that's obviously equal.
Yeah.
And then DEB is equal to DCB. So that's one angle. And then I don't know after that, but I didn't establish that they are congruent. I just proved that it's a kite. I just proved that this shape is a kite.
Okay.
And
So how did he prove that it's a kite?
Yeah, exactly. How do you prove it's a kite? If you've proved it's a kite, then effectively you have proved it's congruent.
yeah,
So like with this line, I could solve that AB is 5, but without that, I couldn't solve AB is equal to 5.
Okay, so let me just complete from where she left off. So this side is common, as Precious was saying, and these two sides are same because they are radii,
Radius.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
therefore, by RHS property,
yes,
right? It's a right angle triangle. The hypotenuse is common, and then one other side is common. One other
Yes.
side is same.
yes. So that's basically what I was trying to say. So now that we've established that yes, they are congruent, it automatically becomes a kite.
Okay, so because it's congruent, it becomes a
Yes,
kite. It's not the
so
reverse.
I accidentally said it in the wrong order because like I'm still remembering how I did this.
I did this to the SAS property, like
No,
side angles.
Not SAS, it's RHS, because the angle is here. The two sides are not including the angle. One of the sides is DB. So DB equal to DB. DB is the common side.
Yes.
DE equal to DC because both are radii.
So this could be another S. And then I did 90 is equal to 90. So angle is also equal.
Yeah, angle BED equal to angle BCD because they are both 90 degree. And because these two angles are 90 each, you can apply the RHS property.
So we
Does
can
it make
also apply the SAS because
No.
D is equal to DB, D is equal to DC, SS, and then BED is equal to BCD. So it's 90. So angle is also equal.
Okay, Sukrit, can he apply the SAS property on this one?
Sir, no. So he can actually.
How? Which angle? Which would be the equal angle?
Sir, so DE will be equal to DC because radii, and then
Correct.
DB is a common line, so it will be equal. And-
Okay.
And then EB will be equal to CD because of the it's a tangency.
Okay, but he is not talking about the tangency at all. With this information, can he use the SAS?
Yes, sir.
What does SAS mean, Sukrit? Can you expand what SAS is?
Where the angle is sandwiched between the sides.
Exactly. Is the angle sandwiched between the two sides?
Yes.
Where? So this angle E is equal to angle C. This angle is not sandwiched between the two sides that we are saying they are equal, right? Does it make sense, Arshan, Sukrit?
Yes, sir.
The angle is not sandwiched, therefore we cannot use SAS. We can potentially use ASS. The angle is not sandwiched, but the two sides are correspondingly equal.
So we
But
can use SS.
But there is no ASS property for congruency. You remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, so neither can SAS be applied, and ASS is not even a valid congruency property. Therefore, neither of them works. However, we are lucky that this angle is not any ordinary angle. It's a right angle. In a right angle, we can apply the RHS, which is equivalent to ASS. So this right is just an angle. Hypotenuse is a side, and this is also a side. So in a way, RHS is like ASS, but it's a special ASS where it works. For a normal ASS, the congruency will not work. But for RHS, which is a special ASS, the congruency works. And therefore, by RHS property, the two triangles are congruent. Does it make sense, Arshan, Sukrit?
Yes.
Yes. So can I continue like what I did after this?
Okay, I want someone else to take over from here. So just so that everyone has a chance. So yeah. So we have proved these two are congruent. And then after this, what?
So I was not able to do this.
Okay, I'll help you along. So suppose we mark this as, so far you're following along so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if this is 5, BE is 5, what's the next step you think you will take?
So BE is 5, then
What is AE?
AE will be 8.
8. AE will be the 8. Okay. Now,
Then I had a
you-
doubt. How did Prashas get that EB is 5 with the help of a kite? Like,
Because BC equal to EB.
just 1 second, Manya. So he assumed it's a kite for whatever reason. But if it's a kite, then in a kite, you have this is equal to this and this is equal to this, right? And therefore he
Yes.
said BC is same as BE.
so, but like, if he assumed, then how can he be sure it's a kite? Like,
That's what it's not a valid assumption until he proved them to be congruent. He is not entitled to assuming it a kite,
oh,
right?
And that's also why first we say it's congruent and then we say it's the shape of a kite.
Exactly. Yes. Of course. We don't even have to observe it's a kite. Just by saying these two are congruent, we can say BE therefore equal to BC, and therefore it's 5 and 5. Does it make sense? The sequence makes sense, Harsh?
oh, so first you have to prove it's congruent, then only we can say it's a kite.
Correct. See, we don't even have to say it's a kite. That's just a side product.
Yes, sir.
Prash's observation was it's a kite, which is valid, but he cannot say that it's a kite unless he proves these two are congruent, which is why he went back and corrected himself. He said, no, I got the sequence wrong. I did actually prove them to be congruent, and therefore, by inference, this is a kite. And whether it's a kite or not, the main thing we want to take away from here is PE
Congruent.
equal to BC, and each of them equal to therefore 5.
Yes, sir. Got
Does
that.
it make sense?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. This is 5. This is 5. Therefore, the AE is the balance, which is 8.
Also, then by using
But yeah.
Pythagoras theorem, we can find ED.
For which triangle are we using Pythagoras theorem right now?
AED.
AED. Okay, all right. Can you tell me the Pythagoras theorem for AED would work out to how?
So hypotenuse is 12. So 12 square is equal to 8 square plus ED square.
But the 12 is from here all the way till here,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right? So always be careful when you have a diagram with like multiple sides.
Sir,
But yes,
also had a doubt, like how will the tangent point always be 90 degrees, like with the center of the circle?
that's a
How will
basic
I find that?
property. That's a basic property of a circle, right? Whenever you have a point here and whenever you have a tangency point here, be 90.
Okay.
Sir, can I tell the Pythagoras theorem for A?
Yes, in just 1 second. Arsh, does it make sense? That's a basic
Yes, sir.
fundamental principle. From a center to the point of tangency, the radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So, Krit, yeah, what is the Pythagoras theorem right now? Therefore, 12 square
Sir,
equal to
so let radius be r. So then r square plus 8 square is equal to 12 minus r whole squared.
exactly. So if this is R,
And then if you
Okay,
solve
and
that
this is-
equation, you'll get r is equal to 10 by 3.
okay, all right. Before we solve that equation, so Manya, is this clear? So right now, AD is the hypotenuse. So first, let's write it out. So AD square is your AE square plus ED square. Okay, and AD, which is 12 minus R. It's not 12, but 12 minus R. So
Whole
So
here,
that
square.
will be 12 minus R.
because the entire thing is 12, I'm subtracting this portion. Therefore, it's 12
Oh.
minus R.
Because
So-
they are congruent.
Which are congruent.
R, ED and DC, they're congruent, right? So that's why 12 minus R will be the hypotenuse.
12 minus R is the hypotenuse because AD is the hypotenuse.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because
Okay. Yeah. So all the three radiuses are all R. Therefore, the entire AC, which is 12, from there I'm subtracting CD, which is R. Therefore, you get 12 minus R. All of us on the same page, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So 12 minus R whole square equal to AE square, which is 8 square, plus ED square, which is R square. Yes. And then yes. So from this we can solve, and hope let's see whether we get the same thing. So about 12 square, which is 144, 2AB, which is minus 24R, plus R square equal to 8 square plus R square. Okay, I'll write 8 square is 64. 64 plus R square.
Sir, you can cancel the r square and r square.
Exactly. Right. Therefore, it's no longer not even a quadratic. It's just a simple linear. So 64r equal to 80. Therefore, r is 80 by 24. So 8 goes 3 times, 8 goes 10 times. So 10 by 3, which is approximately 3.33, right? And always just eyeball it and see whether it makes. Does this measurement look like approximately 3.33? Yeah, it seems reasonable. Suppose you make a silly mistake here. Instead of 10 by 3, 20 by 3. Let's say you put a mistake, right? And if you don't do this check, then you get an answer which is 6.66. This is bigger than this, which seems unreasonable, no? And the diagram is drawn reasonably to scale. It's a different matter. The diagram itself is not drawn to scale. The diagram is drawn reasonably to scale. You would expect an answer which is less than 5 just by visual inspection. Yeah, makes sense, all of you? Okay. One other question for me. Can you guys find the length of actually? Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. I didn't really understand the 144 minus 24 r part.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
No, I just did a minus b whole square here. How do you do 12 minus r whole square? A square minus 2ab plus b square, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. Okay. Can you guys quickly all find the length of BD for me, please? Find BD.
So like, how should we calculate? Oh,
Oh.
I know how to calculate, but it'll be like a.
You can leave it in fractions with square roots. That's fine.
Sir, I just wanted to confirm r is equal to 10 upon 3 or 3.33, right?
Yeah, just use 10 upon 3. Use fractions.
Upon 3 got it. Yeah.
Okay. Express r in the form of square root. You don't have to give me a decimal number. Just put in square roots and fractions. You can tell me an answer. Arena, you'll call out this answer whenever you're ready. No calculator, guys.
So I'm still solving. I'm not really understanding how to do it.
Okay, all right. You don't have to raise your hand, Precious. I'll make sure everyone gets a chance. Don't worry. Okay, Arena, you understood so far everything, right?
A little bit. I understood it. I'm just not understanding how you get BD.
Okay, so but till this problem itself, you're okay, right? We found
Yeah.
R is 10 by 3.
But I got
Okay,
it.
so yeah, BD is something that I'm asking you guys to think right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, if whoever answers the question is wrong, can I answer it?
I'll see. I'll give everyone a chance.
So I've sent you my answer in chat.
Okay. All right. Call out your answer. Vanya. Vanya, call out your answer.
Oh, so 325 by 9 root square.
325 by 9. Square root of the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you simplify this better a little bit?
So it'll be 3.
So
325
first simplification is this.
3.
Square root of 325. Okay, yes. By the way, this answer is right. Did you guys all get this? Anyone get a different answer?
Yes, so strangely, I got 85 by 3.
How much did you get?
85 by 3.
85 by 3.
Huh?
85 by 3 is approximately how much? 28. Does this look like 28? Precious?
No, sir, I think I've done something wrong then.
Yeah, so that's what. Everyone does mistakes. What I want you guys to learn is how to spot your own mistake. When you get 85 by 3, you should immediately say that's 28 approximately and suspect that something is wrong.
Sir, I sent you my answer in the chat.
Sorry, Precious, you were on mute while speaking.
So, sir, sorry, not 85 by 3. I've got the square root of 85 by 3.
Okay. Okay, Sukrit, you have approximated it to be just 1 second. So Sukrit approximates this to be 6. Okay, all right. So you said square root of 85 by 3. Okay, the square root of the whole thing. The square root of the whole thing like this.
Yes, that is what I got.
Okay, so if this is the case, then approximately how much is this? Square root of 28, right? Which is approximately slightly more than 5. Right? Maybe 5.2 or something. That seems reasonable. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. it seems reasonable. If this PE looks like 5, to me, BD looks slightly more than 5, substantially more than 5, but you got 5.2. That is not very obviously wrong. That's all I can see at this point. Okay. So first of all, let's get an accurate answer. 325 by 9 is right, square root of that. So what did she do? She did 10 by 3 whole square, which is she applied for the triangle PED.
Yes, sir, I made a stupid mistake, sir. I understood what I did.
Okay. All right. 10 by 3 whole square plus 25 equal to BD square. Okay. So which is 100 by 9. 100 by 9 plus 25 equal to BD
So which is
square.
approximately 100 by 9 plus 225 by 9.
Yeah. So 225 plus 300 plus 100 is 325. 325 by 9, square root of the whole thing, which
That will
is
be 325 by 3.
okay, which is square root of 324 upon 325, sorry. I put 324 because 324 is a perfect square, right? Which is the
17.
closest 18.
Oh, sorry.
17
18,
square will
yeah.
end in 9, right? 17 square, 17 is an odd number. 18
Yeah.
square will end in 4. 324 is, and which is why Sukrit rightly approximated it to be 6, because he knew this was close to 18, because it's slightly more than 18 square, and therefore very good approximation to 6. Okay, yeah, well done, Sukrit. Approximately 6. So yeah, so Prashast, you have to check your answer. It's square root of
Sir,
325 by
sir, I made a very stupid mistake. I forgot to square 10 by 3. I forgot to square 10 by 3.
Okay, all right. So so approximately we know how to do it, but exactly we can still simplify this further. So I can write square root of 325. Okay, I can take square root of 25 outside. So this is square root of 25 times square root of 13, right? 25 into 13, right? Yeah, 25 into 4 is 100. So 300 will have 12 25s, and then one more 25 will bring it to 325. So I can write it as 5 times root 13 by 3. That's the most simplified accurate answer. And approximate answer ke liye, we already discussed this, approximately 6. And then visually also we can see it's more than 5, and therefore 6 seems slightly reasonable.
So I didn't really understand how you got to root 25 at the root 13.
Because I can split 325. 325 is a multiple of 25. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So how many 25s? 100 has 4 25s. So 300 will have 12 25s.
Yeah.
And therefore 325 has one more 25. So 13 25s.
Understood.
So I split it as 25 and 13. And then I can do the square root separately, right? Square root of 25 is 5. So it's 5 over 3 times square root of 13.
Right, that makes no sense.
Okay, so in other words, square root of AB is nothing but square root of A times square root of B. I can split. And then I've put the 25 separately here because 25 is a perfect square.
Yeah, I read it wrong. I read it wrong, so I understood that.
Okay, sounds good. So all of you clear on this? Akshar, you're all okay? Akshar?
Yes, sir, I'm all okay.
Okay, makes sense, right? Everyone is okay. Vishwita, you got disconnected in between, but after you joined back, all this makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's go on to question 5. So yeah, we might take a long time to discuss each of these questions because one, I want to explain in 2 or 3 different ways how to check and all that, and also a few other variants. So how to make a little more difficult question feasible, right? All right, square shaped. Akshar, what did you get on this one?
Sir, I got 361.
361. Okay, Arjun, same answer?
Yes, sir, same.
Okay. Okay, Akshar, do you want to explain how we got 361?
Yes, sir. I got 361 because we know that the sum of the diagonals. 1 minute, sir. Just a second. I just need to.
Okay. So maybe meanwhile, I'll just draw a simple grid so that you can, it'll be easy for you to explain. So some grid like this.
So I reached the diagonal as 19, but I didn't know how to evaluate it further.
Yes, sir. I got it now. Yes, I got it now.
Okay. Okay. Arsha, I heard you. Just 1 second. So let me just draw a diagram and then. Okay. I'm just drawing a simple 5 by 5. Okay, Akshar, go ahead.
So example, you put 5 square, 5, you shade the 5 squares in the diagonal.
Uh-huh.
So we know that in the square, all the amount of in the diagonals, the length of the diagonal is equal to length of the side.
Length of the diagonal equal to length of the side. You mean the number of squares?
Yeah,
in
the
the
number
diagonal?
of square. Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
We know that. So then we know that the total number of is 37. And if we look at this 5 by 5 diagram, the total number of squares are 9 because there's one overlapping. So if you do 37 minus 1, 36, 36 divided by 2, 18. There's 18 is 18 and the total number in each one are 19.
Okay.
So then we know that the total number of square on each side is 19. So that we can do easily to find the area. We can do 19 square, which is 361.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, well explained, Akshar. So Arsh, so first of all, we don't know whether the given square shaped floor is an even by even. By that I mean, is it like a 14 by 14 type of square, or odd by odd? By odd, is it like maybe I'll just 17 by 17? Okay.
Yes.
Now, suppose it's even by even, like a square, like a chessboard. Then let's draw a simple 2 by 2 or a 4 by 4 or something, right? So I'll just draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I draw an even like this, then there'll be two diagonals, right? I mean, every picture has two diagonals. Which are the diagonals? This one, this one, this one, this one. And then
Oh, so
this
like
one,
the
this one, this one, this
diagonals
one.
will be equal to the side. Number of tiles on the diagonal will be equal to the side.
That's one thing. That's first observation. The other important observation is, which Akshar did not touch on, but I'm expanding on it, right? If you have an even by even grid, like a 4 by 4 or a 14 by 14, whatever it is, both the diagonals will have the same number as, like you said, the sides, but they won't have any overlap square at all. Correct? There's no, the red and the blue do not have any overlap at all, which means when you add the two, you get an even number. Correct? Even squares.
But it's an odd number, so it has to be an odd number of tiles.
Exactly. That's the first observation I want to make.
But
Is
sir,
this clear to
it's a
everyone?
decimal number. It's 18.5. So how will we go about that?
That's what I'm saying. Suppose it's an even by even, like a 4 by 4 or a 12 by 12 or a 14 by 14. Then if you count the number of squares on the two diagonals, they'll add up to an even number. Do you agree with this observation? But in our example, it's not adding up to an even number, it's adding up to an odd number, which means our square is not an even by even, but it's an odd by odd like this, where you have an overlap. So this is one, and this is the other set of diagonal. If you look at the midpoint, it's common actually. So the number of squares on the diagonal itself is 5 plus 5 minus 1. Which is an odd number. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because the 1 is common here. So exactly same thing is happening. So we know that the square shaped floor that we have cannot be an even by even. It'll be an odd number and odd number. Let that odd number be, let's say A or something. So it's a by A square board. So how many squares will be there on the diagonal? On one diagonal, there'll be A squares. On another diagonal, there'll be another A squares. But there'll be one overlap, which we have to subtract. This adds up to 37 in our example.
Yes. So, sir, can I just try and continue to where I have gotten in this question?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So since it's 37, and we subtract 1, so 36.
No,
and
therefore, okay, depends on add or subtract. So in this case, I'm saying A is 19. That's probably what you're concluding as well. The side of the square is 19.
Sir, Sir, I haven't gotten to that part yet because I'm not too sure. So what I've gotten is, so I subtract 1, we get 36. We divide 36 by 4 because it's coming in from 4 sides. And then we get 9.
Correct.
So 9 on one side, 9 on one side, and then plus the overlapping square on one side. So 9, 9, 19. Yeah, so the side is 19. Correct.
Yeah. So what he has done is essentially same thing. From the 37, he subtracted the middle one, so 36. Therefore, he's saying there are 9 here, 9 here, 9 here, and 9 here. right, in a bigger setup. And therefore is totally adding them to be 9 plus 1 plus 9, which is the same 19. However way you choose to add it, it's fine. Arena, are you with me? The total number of sides, therefore, is everyone is here with me? Okay, 19, right?
And this part.
Okay. Okay. And now how many tiles cover the floor? It's fairly easy, right? Therefore, 19 square, which is 361.
So I didn't understand this sum.
So which part, Banya? Sorry.
So actually, I didn't understand why. Like it's why is it 9 plus 9 minus 1?
Okay. So forget what Precious said. Do you understand why I'm getting a plus a minus 1?
Yeah, so because there's an overlapping square.
Correct. And therefore that is 37. You agree? Therefore a is 19. And therefore essentially this is 19. I'm saying this is a 19 by 19 grid, not a 5 by 5, but a 19 by 19. As simple as that. Forget the other way. Okay. Does this make sense? Okay. All right. I'll give another variant of this question, which will be just 1 second. I'm just trying to think of a good question. Okay, all right. There is another square, exact similar setup. There is a square shaped floor that's covered with congruent square tiles. Okay, but I'm just going to modify this question. If the total number of tiles that, okay, that do not lie on the two diagonals is 900. Okay. How many tiles cover the floor? Can you guys try to solve this? I've made a slight modification. The total number of tiles that do not lie on the two diagonals. So all
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, my internet went. I couldn't hear. Can you repeat the
Okay,
question?
I've just slightly modified this original question. We are all sorted, right? Sukrit, 961.
Yes, sir.
No, not what is it? 361.
361.
Okay. Now, the modified question, I'm saying if the another square shaped floor, if the total number of tiles that do not lie on the two diagonals, so excluding the two diagonals, all the other squares, if you add up, that count adds up to 900. How many tiles cover the floor? That's the modified question you have to solve. Is the question clear, Sukrit? Okay, he's frozen. Sukrit, is the question clear? You're frozen again in between. Am I audible, guys? Is it just him? Arjun, you heard the question fully, right?
Yes, sir. I have.
Okay, all right. Arjun, I want you to call out the answer on this. If anyone
Yes.
else gets it, hold off, please. Or you can just chat me. That's fine. Sukrit, did you understand the question? Again, your internet broke.
Sir,
You came back, Sukrit, but
yes, sir.
I made a slight modification. I said the total number of tiles that do not lie on the two diagonals is 900. How many tiles cover the floor?
Yes, sir.
Can you guys work it out? Okay, someone has chatted me. Okay, Anjana has given me an answer. And yes, that's right, Anjana. Very good.
Okay, yeah.
Arjun, you have an answer?
I'm almost there once.
Anyone else has an answer, please chat. I want to open up to Arjun to answer it. Okay.
So can I quickly use the washroom?
Yeah, come back. This should not be so difficult, guys. Come on. You guys are taking too long. Sukrit, have you done?
I'm still doing it.
Sir, I think I sort of lucked out with my answer.
Give yourself some credit, Kanjana. Don't be so humble. Okay. All right. Anyway, just check your working. When you say lucked out, just make sure you are able to explain your working.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
In the actual question number 5, the amount of tiles that were not covering the floor was how much again?
Everything was covering the floor, right?
No, the amount of tiles that were not lying in the diagonals. How much was that in the last question?
So that will be whatever 361 minus the 37.
Yeah, just one.
Shall we discuss, guys? Arjun, how long more?
I sent you my answer.
Oh, you did. Oh, sorry. You could call it out. Okay, Arjun, you have a. Okay, I'll write out Arjun's answer. So his answer is 1024. Okay, let's verify. Suppose it's 1024. Akshar, 1024 is which number ka square? 1024 is the square of which number?
38, right?
Aye.
So
Wait,
32.
32.
32.
So 32
sorry.
square. So 32 by 32. So it's 32 by 32. Suppose it's 32 by 32, then the number of squares on this diagonal will be 32. This diagonal will also be 32, and there won't be any overlap because it's an even number. Do you agree? So the number of squares on the diagonal would be 64. So if we compute this difference, it's 9. How much is this? 960, no? Does it make sense, Arjun? It's not matching with 900 I given in the problem. Do you agree?
Yes, sir. Sir, but I found a stat earlier that when you, sir, I took it with like a smaller square number. So like if you have 4 square or 6 square, so
Okay. All
so
right.
in
Well, what
this,
about
sir, when
31? Sir, I wasn't like able to like think about how to solve this, but sir, this is just like spitballing ideas, sir.
Just Prashant, please.
What about
I'm talking to Arjun. He's in the like halfway through the discussion. You suddenly barge in, Prashant. I want to give everyone a chance, please. Okay. Okay. So Arjun, please continue. So 4x4. Yes. Suppose
So,
it's a 4x4.
in a 4 grid, so there's 8 square. So there's 8 squares that are on the diagonal. So there are
Yeah.
8 that are not on the diagonal.
Okay. So I'll write it as
here-
16 minus 8.
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
So
And that's
then
6 by 6.
in the same way, in a 6x6, there's 36 minus 12.
Correct. Agreed. And then
So and then when you take an 8x8, it's 64 minus 16.
correct. I agree with
So
this
when you
pattern so
keep
far.
going higher and higher, there's a pattern.
What is the pattern?
So in the first one, it's 1/2, and then in the second one, it's 1/3. In the third one, it's 1/4. It just like increases like that.
Okay. Understood. And then continue. Yes. So you're saying 16 is 1/4 of 64, 12
Yes.
is 1/3, 8 is 1/2.
The remaining which we want, which are not on the diagonals and they increase by. So the first is 1/2, then 2/3, then 3/4.
Yeah. But
So
how do you know this 900 will be what fraction? Will it be 4/5 or 5/6 or 7/8 or?
I'm trying to figure out. So 8/8. So for 8/8, we got 48, which was 3/4. So when you keep going to 900, which is like near around 30 squares. So
Okay. So it approximately worked out. Okay. And
Yeah.
therefore you went with that.
yes,
Okay. The problem is, okay, actually before you go to you, Anjana, Prashant, you understood his explanation? Were you able to find a flaw in his explanation? Did you understand his explanation, Prashant? Arjun's
Not-
explanation.
So not really.
Okay. So all Arjun is saying is if it's a 4x4 grid, then the number of non-diagonal squares would be 16 minus 8. Do you agree? 16 will be the total. 4 plus 4 on the diagonal, therefore it's subtracting 8.
So yes, so now I found a flaw.
Okay, what is the flaw? Go ahead, please.
It's like since it's like 4 is like 2 squared.
Yeah.
And then like wait, I'm not sure. I'll just double check once.
Sir, I found another pattern in the fraction.
Okay, go ahead, please, Arjun.
Sir, in the 4x4, in the first one, it's 1/2 that are not on the diagonal. In the second one, it's 2/3 that are not on the diagonal. And in the third one, it's 3/4 that is not on the diagonal.
Yeah.
So if you can see it, the denominator is half of the square. Like
Okay.
so.
All right. All that is
so-
fine. But this 900 will be what fraction? How do we know? Unless you have another number.
So 900 is 30 square. So 30/2 will be 15. So and the numerator is always 1 less than the denominator. So it will be 14/15. The fraction is 14/15.
The fraction is 14/15 is your guess. If the fraction is 14/15, then by your logic, it's a what? 30 square minus 2 times 30. Is that what
Yes.
you're saying? But then
Yes.
that works out to 900 minus 60, which is
No, sir,
840.
sir, I just told you because 900 is like next close to 30. I'll just tell you once.
Okay.
So
Any-
my answer is approximately between 30.75 and 31.
First of
Is
all, it
between-
has to be an integer, right?
Yes,
So,
no, so I'm not getting an integer, strangely.
okay. So then please check your working. Yeah, Anjana.
Okay, so could I answer the question?
Yeah.
So the answer will be 961.
Mhm.
This is because what I decided to do is, I don't know why, but I decided to check that okay, is 900, it's 30 square. So what's the closest square to that? That would be 961. So I got 961 as the answer. Then I told you that I was not very, very sure. I might have lucked out. So I went back to our old question where we got 37 as the amount of lie on the diagonal. So 361 was the original total, and I subtracted 37, which was the amount that lied on the diagonal, and I got the answer as 324, which was 18 square. And if we remembered earlier, 361 is 19 square, and then it became 18 square. So if the amount that does not lie on the diagonal is it has to be the square. I can't really explain.
Understood. So the closest square after 900 was 961, and you verified with 961, it actually works, right? You're subtracting 62, but actually 62 minus 1 because of the overlap.
Yes. So that's
Yeah.
why so I also found out that the amount of trials that actually lie on the diagonals will also be 61, which is not a square like 37. So it was correct.
Correct. Excellent. Yes. So Arjun, the flaw you were making is all along you were assuming it's an even by even square. You completely left out the possibility that it can be an odd by odd square. Correct? Does it make sense, Arjun? Arjun.
Sir, I tried out 31 square in the beginning, but then just because I was like solving for even numbers, I got a little confused and I just
Okay.
like thought that
Okay.
31 was not
All right.
because
All
I
right.
was
Okay.
testing it for 4 into 4, 6 and 6 and all.
Fine. So let me take a step back and then do from the beginning, right? So from an exam perspective, Anjana's method would have been the perfect one because it's quick, right? Her observation was there are 900 which are not on the main square, on the main diagonals, right? So let's say if I have a big square like this, right? And there's going to be only a tiny number of elements on the main diagonal. The vast majority are going to be, again, I've drawn it like this. What I mean is just think of this as a very, very tiny grid, right? There are a lot of squares. There are a lot of squares here on the diagonal like this, right? But the vast majority are going to be in the white space, which is the non-diagonal portion. So it's fair to assume, no, not fair to assume. What I'm saying is, if the white portion itself is 900, which means this, and this collectively is 900, then obviously you have to start with a number after that, a perfect square after that. The total number of squares has to be a perfect square for sure, right? The next perfect square after 900 is what? 961, which is 31 square. Now we can just simply try it out with 31 by 31. Does it work out? If it's a 31 by 31, how many elements will we have in the main grid, in the main two diagonals? 31 here, 31 here, but that one overlap. So 62 minus 1, which is 61. 61 squares on the two main diagonals. And if I subtract 961 minus 61, I do get 900. And therefore, the problem is solved quickly. Does this make sense to everyone? Vishwita, are you with me? Did you understand, Vishwita?
Is there a solution where we don't assume? Like,
yes, I'll come to that in just a second. But is this quick solution clear to you, Vishwita?
Yeah.
Clear to everyone? Arina, you with me? All of you with me, right? Sukrit? Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
back to what Arsh was asking. How do you do it formally? Prashant, you also understood, right? What I was describing? Okay. Now, how to do it formally? Let's take it as two different possibilities. So suppose it's a by A where it's an odd. Okay, let's say it's A by A. The other possibility is it's an even, which is B by B. Let's do both cases. So suppose it's odd, right? A by A. Then, okay, I'll stick with the same pink color. Then the total number of squares will be how much? A into A, which is A square. And how many elements will we have? How many squares will we have on the main diagonal? We'll have A here and A here. And then there'll be one overlap, which we have to subtract. Correct? So it's
Yes.
A plus A minus 1. So what does this simplify to? A square minus 2A plus 1. Okay. So which coincidentally happens to be A minus 1 whole square. Okay. In our case, we got 900. 900 is what square? 30 square. And therefore we inferred A is 31. Does it make sense? Harsh? Okay. But this is under the assumption that it's odd. Is everyone clear on the odd branch?
Yes, sir.
Akshar, you're clear on the odd branch?
Yes, sir, I'm clear.
Clear on the, okay. Now for the even, can you guys similarly find an expression in terms of B, if B is an even number for me? Just a quick expression. Just like I came up with this expression, A square minus 2A plus 1. Find an expression in terms of B if B is an even number.
Sir, I didn't understand the question.
Okay. Okay, I'll explain to you just a question. Just a second. Vanya, yeah, go ahead.
So A square minus 2A,
No, don't go with A, go with B, no, because B is an even number.
B square minus 2B.
Exactly. B square minus 2B. Okay, Arjun, very simple question only. So I'll repeat the question anyway. So all I'm saying is if B is an even number, what would be an expression for the number of non-diagonal squares? So it'll B square minus 2B. Only difference is the minus 1 will not be there. That's the only difference, right? Therefore, it's just B, which is B into B minus 2, if you want to simplify. Sorry?
Sir, it won't be there because there's no overlap, right?
There won't be any overlap, correct. Yeah, therefore
So-
it'll be B into B minus 2. Arjun, you're saying something? I didn't understand the last part of what you were saying.
That it's the same thing as what I told you about the fraction thing.
Okay. All right. Now, one more observation is coming to my mind right now. Prove that. Okay, again, proofs are all not needed for AMC, but I want you guys to think along these lines. Okay, prove that the number of the non-diagonal squares will always be a multiple of 4.
So can you repeat?
Prove that the number of the non-diagonal squares will always be a multiple of 4. Did everyone understand the question? I'll repeat the question one more time.
Sir, I understood.
Okay, irrespective of whether we have an even by even grid or an odd by odd grid, prove that the number of non-diagonal squares will always be a multiple of 4. Okay, Vanya's hand is up, but wait, Vanya, I want to give someone else a chance. I want Anjana to open on this, or actually, let's see, Akshar to open on this.
Yes, sir. So the proof is that because we know that the in an even and let's start with even and even by even. So we know that the even by even the diagonal on one diagonal total number of squares is one total number of squares of one side.
Mhm.
So the total number of squares on one diagonal is the total number of squares on one side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the total number of squares on both diagonals is the total number of squares on the both sides. On two sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then and we know that the area of a square, like the area of a square is always a multiple of 4.
Why?
Oh, yeah, not necessarily. Yes, sir. So I didn't understand then.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Continue thinking. Vanya, what is your answer? What is your explanation?
So because like each in an even by even, so like each side will have the same amount of squares minus 1 minus 2 because of the corner squares will be in like diagonals.
I didn't understand what you're saying. Please, one more time. Repeat.
So like like one side, like all side squares will be the same number, like.
Yes.
But then there will be minus 2 because like the corner squares will be in like diagonals, like they will be the diagonal squares.
Corner
Sir, I
squares
got
will be
it.
the
I got it.
just 1 second, Harsh. Vanya, I'm not understanding your explanation at all, beta. Please, can you try? What are you trying to prove, Vanya? Repeat the question for me first.
What, sir?
Can you repeat what you're trying to prove? Forget your explanation. I want to make sure you understand the question.
That the non-diagonal squares are a multiple of 4.
Correct. Yes. Now, please start your explanation again once more.
So every like part which like every side part of the square like over here, the arrow you drawn, that part will be always equal to this part, the other part, and like the two parts will be equal.
Are you pointing at something here? Can you show on the screen?
Yes, so like
Are you
Sir, I
marking
got
something
it
here?
now. So can I?
Okay. Prashant, just hold on 1 second, please. Vanya is answering, right? Vanya, yeah, go ahead, please.
That was me.
Oh, that was you, Akshar. Okay, sorry. Yeah, whenever I'm talking to someone, guys, please allow that person to complete. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay, I'll give everyone a chance. Don't worry at all. Okay, continue, Vanya. You wanted to point
like,
something?
each part of, so 1 second, can I like annotate
Yeah,
the
please do. That's what I'm saying. Annotate. Please annotate.
so like this part will be equal to this part, and then like the number of squares in this part will be equal to this number of squares in this part.
Correct.
And then same for like this part also and this part also.
Correct.
So that so like if you add it up, it will be always a multiple of 4 because like
Excellent. Yes, that's a very good visual explanation. Yes, all she's saying is, okay, there's another explanation also, but what she's saying is very simple. Forget everything else, forget all the math. Just by plain naive explanation, whenever I have the two diagonals, it splits the square into 4 regions. All of these 4 regions are symmetric. So whatever the number be, that will get multiplied by 4. And therefore, the number of non-diagonal entries will be a multiple of 4. That's what you mentioned, right, Vanya?
yes, sir.
Yeah. One thing I'll
Can you
definitely
repeat what
ask
you
you.
said?
Yeah, I will repeat. One thing I'll ask you to be better at, Vanya, is you should be able to express yourself clearly. I find you are struggling a little bit. Even though you have the right idea, you have to work on that skill. That's extremely important because the other should know that you are conveying the right idea, even though you have it, right? But very good explanation. Okay. Rather than me explaining it, Arsh, Anjana, did you understand Vanya's explanation? Can you explain? Can you explain again? to
Okay,
Arsh?
so essentially, I think what even I found out this when I drew a grid of both odd and even. When you can you can I do you mind if I draw a
Yeah.
grid?
Please annotate.
Yeah. So when you draw a grid, very bad one, but basically, essentially, when you draw a grid and you make diagonals, these
Yeah.
diagonals there'll be empty tiles as well. So these empty tiles in between, they're always in an odd, in an even grid. It'll be 2 on the side, then a 4 pack like this.
Forget evenness and oddness, Anjana. That's not even
Okay.
what she's talking about. She's saying, irrespective whether it's odd or even, okay, irrespective
Oh,
whether
yeah.
it's odd or even, it splits the square into 4 equal regions.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
region, this region, and this region.
Yeah.
Arsh, is this clear?
Irrespective. Yeah, I understood now. Yeah.
That's
So
it.
no matter
Matter khatam. Jitne bhi
even.
squares hai, it's going to get multiplied by 4. Take any one of those regions. Whatever that adds up to, I don't care, she's saying. Multiply that by 4. Therefore, it will be a multiple of 4. Very,
Okay.
very elegant. Right? But
Yeah,
yes.
I understand.
Like I
now.
could find it with calculation using only of even numbers. What I did was like
Okay.
a square minus 2a is equal to x. Like total tiles minus tiles not on diagonals is equal to x, which is equal to tiles on diagonals. So a square minus x is equal to 2a. Now 2a is equal to number of tiles on one diagonal. No. Wait.
Okay. So are you using A, or I'm using A for odd and B for even? Are you also sticking with same thing? You're going 2 separate cases, is it? Even and odd separately?
No, so I think I did it wrong. 1 second.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Since we are running out of time, let me just quickly explain. So we all agree on this, the 2 expressions that we got, right? Either it's A minus 1 whole square if A is odd, or it's B into B minus 2 if B is even. Or all of us in agreement with these 2 expressions, guys?
Yeah.
All of us are in agreement. Arena, you're with me as well? Vishmita, you're with me? Okay. Now, let's consider both of these parts separately. If B is even, B is an even number, B minus 2 will also be an even number. In fact, it will be an even number prior to that. Correct? So this is a multiple of 2. This is also a multiple of 2. The product of 2 even numbers will definitely be a multiple of 4. Because there is a 2 coming from here, there's a 2 coming from here. When you multiply, there'll be a 4 times something.
Oh, right. So you're correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Does this make sense to everyone? Sukrit, you're with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on the other side, suppose A is an odd number, then A minus 1 is an even number. An even number square will be a multiple of 4 for the same reason, because it's even into even. So no matter whether A is odd or even, either way, the two expressions give a number which is an even times another even, which will be a multiple of 4.
I never thought of that. You're right. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, now you are right. That's good. All of you, Vishwita, you with me on this argument? Pakka?
So can you say the odd one once again?
I won't say. Vishwita will say. Vishwita, explain to Arsh how the argument works for A being an odd number.
I think it's because if B is like already an even number, like if you minus 2 from an even number, it'll still be even. And then like B is also an even number, so because they're the same.
Yeah.
So then even times even would like always be a multiple of 4.
Correct. That's for the even part. He wanted for the odd part. Can you continue, Vishwita?
Oh.
Explain to him on the odd part.
For the odd part, since it's an odd number, like say it's 7 minus 1, it would be 6, and that would be true for like any odd number. So then it would be an even number squared. So even times even again.
Exactly.
Could I add something to what Vishwata said?
Yes, go ahead, please, Anjana.
She said it would be an even square, and every even square, no matter what number will you take, it will always be a multiple of 4. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Essentially, that's what she concluded. She said it's an even square, which is nothing but even into even. Even
Alright.
into even will be a multiple of 4. Is it clear,
Sorry.
Arsh? Pakka, no? All of you okay on this? Akshaj, you're okay? Not much of yawning today. Had some coffee?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good for you. All right, let's move on to the next question, guys. Okay, we spent a lot of time on this, but yeah, a lot of learning too. So I'm not worried.
Can I tell you the answer that I got for this?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will see who will answer this. And that will be
So which question?
question 6.
So I didn't really understand this question.
Okay, why am I not able to paste this here? Okay.
I
Arjun.
was really confused with this.
Okay. Okay. So Arjun, you didn't have an answer. Okay, Precious, go ahead. What is the answer that you got on this one? Can people who annotated can people who annotated delete it, because I'm not able to delete your annotations.
Sir, that's because you're using the external thing only. You have to use Zoom this thing.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it, but whoever has annotated, can you please delete it, guys? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out later.
Sir, should I like annotate the answer because it's like in algebraic notation?
You can just, can you call it out? I'll just write it down here.
Okay, yes. I got -6 into √3
Mhm.
plus 4 pi.
Plus 4 pi, like this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so first of all, always check if it's a positive number. Let's quickly do the check. So 4 times 3.14 will be 12 point something change, right? And 6 times √3 will be less than that for sure, because √3 is less than. So any reason you called it out like this instead of 4 pi minus 6 √3? This is easier to read, no? It's the same expression, Precious.
Oh yes, sir, I don't know why I didn't do that. Sir,
Okay.
sir, I honestly don't know, sir. I must have had a mental block.
No, that's perfectly fine. It's the same answer only. It's just a start positive. लोग बोलते हैं ना शुभ start करो. Starting में क्यों negative number लाने का? Okay, so 4 pi minus 6 √3. I'm not saying is right or wrong. Anyone else got something similar or anything different? Vanya, what did you get?
I wasn't able to do this. I actually didn't.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I heard 2 other people also say I did not understand.
So even I did not understand.
Okay, let's decode it. Measure of angle TUS is 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees that's given. Okay, and TR and SR are each 1/6 of a circle of radius 2. So TR and SR, they look like a portion of a circle, right? So there's a big circle. Okay, so let's draw, let's say this is a big circle. So this guy is,
It's like a part of it, right? So like a sector.
yeah, it's like a sector. So
Wait,
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 sir, then I misinterpreted the question, sir. I thought it was like a part of the
so
circumference of the circle. That's how I
okay,
interpret.
it is. So all I'm saying is SR को निकाल के इधर डाला हूँ बस, right?
Yes, sir, that's what I did.
Okay, so why is this not clear to others? If Precious is able to understand this, right? So why was this not clear, guys? Arjun, you also said you did not understand this, right? Why? Was
Yes.
it difficult? I mean,
Sir,
I'm not
I
asking about.
understood the question, but I couldn't understand how to solve it exactly.
That is a different issue. But you guys all understood the question, right? At least for the
Sir,
master.
yes, sir,
We
I
understood the
question.
question, we couldn't solve it.
Okay, fine.
sir,
That,
I honestly think I was a bit too scared of the question to solve it in a sense. I read it.
okay, that's fine. I'll give you guys a hint, and then I'll give you guys a little bit more time to complete it now. So the hint is, suppose, so this is 60 degree, right? So we agree that SR and TR are 1/6 of the circle, which means the angle it's occupying at the center is 1/6 of 360 degree, which is 60 degree. You agree?
Yeah.
SR and R, SR is a portion of a circle. The sector angle will be 1/6 of 360, which is 60 degree, which means first let me extend this. Sorry. First, let me extend this. Okay. Now I'll
Much
extend
more
this.
sense.
I'll extend this here. I'll extend this here. Maybe I'll just use another color. I'll just use blue and extend S. And extend this also here. Okay. So now you agree that this will be 60 degree. This will be 60 degree, and this is already given 60 degree. Now can you solve the problem, guys? So I'll just mark these points as P and Q. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now hopefully this will help a little bit. I'll give you guys another 2 minutes to complete this. So this is Precious' answer. Anyone else getting something similar or something different? Let me know, please. 2 minutes. So the portion to find the area still is the same, which is this portion, the shaded portion.
Oh, sir, now I realize that my answer is wrong.
Okay,
I
fine.
realized
All right.
it's wrong.
I'll erase it for now.
Sir, don't. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't erase.
Sir, just let it be. So I'll just think.
Yeah.
I understood why it's wrong, but
okay. All of you agree with this diagram, right, guys? Panya, you agree with the diagram?
Yes.
Arena, all of you? Vishwita, I know you got disconnected. I don't know whether you were there when I drew the diagram. Are you in agreement with the diagram?
Not really.
I gave an extra hint. I extended R, I extended to P and Q and completed it as a 60, 60, 60.
Okay.
And then I'm giving everyone some time to work on it now.
Sir, I'm sorry, but could you please tell me the area of an equilateral triangle again?
I will not, but Akshar will. What is the area of an equilateral triangle, Akshar, in terms of the side S? Akshar Jain.
Yes, sir. Sir, area of an equilateral triangle is the side of the length times the So isn't it the same like gonna be same length times breadth upon height?
That is true for any triangle, right?
Length times height upon 2, sorry.
That is true. But what she's asking is, for an equilateral triangle, given any side length, you should be able to immediately tell what the area is. Sukrit, what is the area of an equilateral triangle in terms of side length?
So sir, can I tell?
Yeah, go ahead, Prashast.
Yeah, so like in this exact, so I'm still calculating the problem.
Forget this problem. In a
Okay.
general equilateral triangle, in terms of the
Okay.
side length S, what is the area?
Okay, so let's just stick to, because I find that as the easiest example in this situation.
No, not two. In terms of, let's say, side length is S. I have an equilateral triangle of side length S. Generally, batao. What is the area?
Okay, so that wait, so can you draw it a bit bigger so that?
Okay.
So I know that. I know the area like the equilateral triangle. I know.
Batao na fir.
Sir, I'll tell you what I got.
So can I say?
So, sir, according to this, so basically, if we take the equilateral triangle and we draw a median, which is also the altitude, then what we get is a 30, 60, 90 triangle.
Hello?
Correct? Then this side length will be the hypotenuse.
Hello?
Side length, so the area will be S by. Sir, wait, I'll just calculate it, but that's like the first part you have to.
Correct. I agree with the method. Yes. Did
So
someone
should
else
I
have
tell?
the- Yeah, go ahead, Sukrit.
Sir, so it's square root of 3 by 4 into S squared.
Yeah, root 3 by 4 into sine square. Anjana, there you go. Okay.
So
And yes, and Prash's method is absolutely right, right? If
Yes,
this side is
sir,
S,
I agree. I absolutely agree.
So I knew that but my network got disconnected.
okay, that's fine. Anjana, there you go. Root 3 by 4 into sine square.
Yes, sir. So then I know that I got the answer.
Okay, go ahead, Akshar. What is the answer that you got for this
So
problem?
I
Batao.
got 4 root 3 minus 4 pi upon 3.
I'm writing, you just tell me whether this is it. 4 root 3 minus 4 pi upon 3. I say kya?
No, sir. It is 4 root 3 separate minus 4 pi upon 3.
4 root 3 minus 4 pi upon 3. Aisa.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm sorry. Could I just quickly get my laptop charger?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I start discussing about Anjana? Is that okay?
No problem, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other answer, guys? Arjun, what did you get?
So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not understanding how.
Okay. All right. Let's
So I
discuss,
got
guys.
4 root 3 minus 80
Sir, I am
divided
this
by
far away from
21.
the answer. This
Sorry?
far away. Just one
Okay.
more
Okay.
calculation.
I'll give you guys another 45 more seconds. Arsh, what did you say?
I got 4 root 3 minus 88 divided by 21.
What divided by 21?
88 divided by 21.
88 divided by 21. I saw. Like how I written here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't use 22 by 7 for pi. Don't
Sir,
use
I
22 by 7.
Sir, solved the question earlier, and when I also got 88 by 21.
Okay.
Which showed
Don't use pi as 22 by 7. Keep it as pi, which is why you are getting 88 and all that, right?
Oh,
Okay. Tell me in terms of probably
Pi.
that's also 4. Yeah, that if
Yes,
I put
sir.
pi as 22 by 7, your answer matches with 88 by 21. I can see. Pi ke jagah mein 22 maar do aur niche 7 aayega. So 88 by.
Yes,
So
sir.
this matches with this. Okay.
Can
So
Can I explain?
So even I've got 88 by 20.
sorry, Arjun also gets this. Okay. All right, Arjun, go ahead, please.
So can I
Yes.
explain?
Arjun on this one. Yeah. Arjun, go ahead.
Yes. So how I did it is that said that so US and UT are line segments of 2. So basically what we're looking at is angle TUS is 60 degrees.
Yeah.
And then the arcs TR and SR are 1/6 of the circle.
Yeah.
So the radius of the so the radius is 6. I mean the radius is 2.
Yeah.
So the area will be 1/6 into pi r square. So here it is 1/6 into 22 by 7 into 22 by 7.
No, 22 by 7. Pi. 1/6 into pi into 2 square.
Pi into 2 square. And as this that will be into 2.
Into 2. There are 2 of them. So each portion is this. Therefore, into 2. Okay. And what do we do with this quantity?
So then you can just make 1/6 into 1/3, right?
Yeah, 1/3 and then 1/3 into, they can just like keep canceling.
Sorry, this gives the area of what you have described.
So this
Gives
gives
me
the sum
this.
of the areas of the two arcs.
Correct. The sum of the areas of the two arcs.
Yes.
What should we do? This quantity should be done what now?
It should be subtracted from the area of the triangle.
Exactly. Yes. So all of you with me on this? With
Yes,
Arjun on this? So this is the area of the two sectors. 1/6 pi r square into 2. Right? Vanya, you're with me?
So can't that be simplified into 3 pi upon 4 pi upon 3?
So Anjana, 1 second. Sorry, Vanya, you were saying something?
Can you like just repeat how we got the area of the arcs?
Okay. These two areas, okay, so I'll just do 2 times because they are symmetric. Agreed? Each one of them is 1/6 of the full circle. 1/6 of pi into radius square. The radius is 2. Bus. Right? And this he wants to subtract from the area of the big triangle.
Then the area of the triangle will be 4√3.
Okay. Before we come to that, Anjana, what were you saying?
Sir, we can simplify 2 into 1 upon 6.
Simplification is last thing in my mind.
All right.
Conceptually, do you agree? Okay, I'm not talking about simplification right now at all. The area of the big triangle, as several of you were saying, is √3/4 into side square. So √3/4 into the side is 4. So it's 4 square. So now we have an answer. Now all you have to do is simplify. So 4 cancels off, which is 4√3. And then, like you said, right here, this
4
can
pi
cancel off with
upon
this 3. And then this is 4 pi upon 3.
So that's what I mean, yes.
Okay. All of you got the same thing. Now, let me just think whether any other variant of this question.
Wait, sir, I still don't understand, and sir, I got a different answer still.
Okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead with your explanation. I'll ask someone to find a flaw in what you did. Go ahead.
Yes. So, sir, my answer was 14√3 minus 8 pi.
14√3 minus 8 pi. Yeah. Okay. Like
Yes.
this?
Yes,
Go
exactly.
ahead.
So, sir, wait, I'll just read out. I'll first read out my working. So basically, what I did first was try to like complete the rhombus, not to find the area of the big triangle.
Okay. Okay. So let me just paste it again, so that
Yeah.
I don't have to muck around with this one. So basically, what you are saying is you are completing this rhombus.
Yes.
Just 1 second. Okay, SR and then RT. Okay, continue.
Yes, and then essentially what I'm doing is I am subtracting the areas of the small sections from it to get my answer.
Perfect. So far, so good. Yes.
Okay. So then I found out that so then the whole area 2, 2, 2, 2. So then the top half is √3. The area of the top half is √3. Therefore, the area of the bottom half will also be √3. So into 2.
Just 1 second, just so that everyone is aware. √3/4 into side square. So he's saying the upper wala triangle. Suppose I have a dotted line here. It's √3/4 into 2 square, which is √3.
No, so I just got the area as 2√3.
Correct. I'm just explaining to class where you're getting the 2√3 from. Upper wala triangle is √3/4 into side square, which is √3. And then similarly, niche also, therefore 2√3. Right? That's how you got it, Prashant, for the rhombus. So this is the rhombus area. Is everyone in agreement with him so far? Rhombus area is 2√3. Sukriti, you're in agreement with him?
How did he find that the two sides are 2 centimeter like the other two?
That is given. Oh, this one.
The green ones.
Okay. Basically, he's saying how do you say that SR and TR are 2 each? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
How do you say that, Prashast?
So what do you mean?
So yeah, it looks like SR and TR look like 2 each. How do you prove they are 2 and 2? How do you prove that SR is same as SU?
Wait, so first what I did, sir, I haven't thought about that, but so now I'll go about it and think. Yeah. So I think first I will have reflected the triangle.
Exactly.
So then that will become 2 and 2.
Exactly.
And
that's it. Very good.
Yeah.
All he has done is just reflection around the horizontal line ST. Does it make sense? Arsh.
So, but then how does he know that they're congruent? Like it'll be congruent and the tip of
Because it's a reflection.
No,
Mm.
like
So could I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead, Anjana.
Okay, so I think your question, Arsh, was how we found SR and TR is 2, right?
yeah,
In a rhombus, it's a type of parallelogram where all lengths.
He's not even agreeing it's a rhombus, right? If he is a rhombus, then he'll agree it's 2. His question is valid. Arsh's question is valid. He is challenging Prashast. How do you say it's a rhombus? Or how
Okay.
do you say SR is same as SU? Yeah, go ahead, Prashast.
Wait. But sir, we just reflected. Problem khatam.
Yeah, he's reflecting, and then basically now, Arsh, I think your question is, when you do reflect, why will you come to R? Is that your question now?
yes, sir.
Why can't it go somewhere else?
Yes, sir.
I don't get it. Sir, I don't get it.
Okay, so he's saying the diagram is something like this, right? So potentially the diagram could be, I mean, because it's drawn like this, you're saying the diagram could be something like this arc is like, sorry. So this arc will be something like this. This arc is something like this, let's say, right? Then when upar wala reflect karoge, to either niche tak aayega. How do you say it's ending just at the tip? That's what his question is.
Wait, sir, let me think then.
Okay. The answer to that is, can I, or okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir, please tell, because sir,
Okay. So you'll have to go back to the basics there, Arsh. So you have to go to this original line only. If I keep this as 60, right? So if let's say okay, let's go with this picture. Let's go with this picture where I've intentionally shown it not equal, right? So suppose I go with this picture. Okay, so this will be the base where it is. And if I extend this, we know the center follows here. You know that this angle is 60.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we agree, right? If this angle is 60 and this angle is 60, we know if this is R, this has to be R, and this has to be R, and this has to be R as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And yeah.
And
sir,
now
just
equal to
one
2.
thing. Sir, I just realized one thing, sir. That sir, my answer will be wrong because sir, I calculated it and it's like negative. So my answer will be wrong anyways. But let's just continue. I just wanted to like add that key. It will be wrong because it's negative.
Okay. All right. Before you continue, Prashast, Arsh, I've not convincingly answered you why this is. Okay, Arsh, I'll get back to the proper explanation. It is indeed 2, but I'm not able to convincingly give you an answer on this. Okay, so let's go with the flow. Yeah, continue, Arsh. Sorry, Prashast. This is 2. This is 2. Okay, continue, please.
Sir, I realized that my answer is wrong.
Okay, do you want me to? Okay, so what do you want me to do? Have you found your mistake, or?
Sir, can you just re-explain the original answer? Because like
I will not, but someone else will, and that someone will be Arena. Explain the original method, Arena. 4 root 3 minus 4 pi by 3 wala. There is it.
I did not understand that.
I say, if you did not understand, then why did you not stop me to say I did not understand?
okay,
Prashast,
so wait, I'll just try and do it on my own and just just point me out where I'm wrong.
Yes, sure, that I can do. Yeah, go ahead. Or I'll ask someone else to spot where you're wrong. With this method, right? With this first method?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try using this diagram. So the full area of the big triangle, it's just so the sides are 4, 4, 4. Correct. So first that's a heading for later how we get the area. First, let's get this like the two sectors. I think that's what we'll do first.
Yeah.
Because it's 60 degrees, that's 1/6 of the whole circle, and the circle ka radius is 2.
Exactly.
So it will be 4 pi. So it will be 1/6 into 4 pi essentially. Into 2. So 1/6 into 4 pi
into 2.
Into 2.
Which is 4 pi by 3.
Which is Yes, which is 4 pi by 3. Now we find the area of the big triangle. So what was the yes. So basically, if let's like use the 30, 60, 90 thing, then that's what I'll do. So the whole area is 4.
Whole side length is 4.
Yeah, sorry, the side length is 4. Therefore, the smallest side will be 2, that's given, and the medium side will be 2 root 3.
Correct.
So it will be 2 into 2 root 3, which is 4 root 3.
Correct. Which is what we have here.
Yes.
That's it.
Now,
The
we'll do,
subtraction of these two gives the area that we are seeking.
yes, then we'll do 4, wait, just move this. Then we do 4 root 3 minus 4 pi.
4 pi by 3.
Yes, 4 pi by 3. Sorry, yeah. And
That's
then,
it.
yeah, you
So
can simplify it further.
exactly. So instead of Arena explaining to Precious, Precious is explaining to Arena. Precious, Arena, is this clear? The explanation that Precious gave.
Not really, so I can't understand anything right now.
Why? We can go at one. Okay, take a break. Meaning, let's move on to the other one. But I really urge you to go through the recording on this one. I think we have been through this a couple of times. I've
Yes.
explained, and then someone else has explained, and Precious has explained it beautifully as well, right? So just maybe you're not in a zone for now, but come back to this question, Arena. Not a difficult question at all. Conceptually, very simple. Big triangle minus the two sectors. Bas utna hi hai.
Yes. Sir, can I just, sir, I happen to be able to do, not correctly do, but to be able to get an answer for all the geometry questions. So I got on to the next one as well. Can I tell you what I got?
For which one?
So can you
For
repeat?
7, for the one after this.
No, not yet, please, Precious. Sorry, what were you saying, Banya?
So can you repeat the formula for area for equilateral triangle?
It's root 3 by 4 into side square.
Thank you.
Okay, and the way we are getting that is, I don't want you guys to, yes, you should know it by heart, but if you forgot also, it should be easy to verify. You should be able to not verify, derive it. So the way we do this, suppose if this length is S, and then this is S, this is S. Okay, I split it into 2 equal halves. If I put a median or altitude here, okay, so this becomes S by 2. Agreed? Vanya? And this left portion is a 30, 60, 90. This is 30, this is 60, and this is 90. So the ratio would be 1 is to root 3 is to 2. So S by 2 is the smallest. So this becomes S by 2 times root 3. Yeah, you have Vindi, Vanya?
Yes, sir.
And therefore the area of the entire triangle becomes half times the base, which is S, and the height, which is S by 2 into root 3. So this gives root 3 by 4 into side square. Anjana, is this clear to you as well? And you should be able to derive it whenever you want.
I can derive it also now. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, cool. So next question, not you, Arjun, because you've had good amount of participation time. I will be passing this on to, Vishmita. Were you able to do question 7?
So what's the question?
You have it on your this thing also, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We are
I
slightly
got-
up on time. We are slightly up
I
on time,
got
but I want to finish
confused.
this question. Yeah, Vishmita, sorry.
I got confused on question 7.
What are you confused about?
Well, I just didn't know how to find the area, and I'm not sure if I put the
So you're not confused about the question. You're not sure how to do the question, right?
yeah.
Question is clear, right? So
Yeah.
question is clear, right? So just so that everyone understands the question. So D is somewhere here. So I'll just mark D somewhere here. Okay. So, and then if I connect D, okay. So the two triangles ACE and ABDE have the same perimeter. Okay. Let's see. Arsh, did he do this question?
Sir, I reached till ratio was 2:3. I couldn't go further than that.
Which ratio was 2:3?
The ratio of ACD to ABD was 2:3. Then I couldn't go further than that.
I didn't understand. A ratio of ACD to ABD, matlab?
Sir, can I explain? Like,
Yeah,
can
go ahead, go ahead.
tell
Yes,
till where I solved?
yes.
Yes, sir. So I found that, like, so we assume BD plus BC, I mean BD plus DC is equal to 5. So let BD be X, then CD will be 5 minus X.
Okay, so this is here, this is 5 minus X. Okay.
Yes, sir. So now perimeter of ABD should be like equal to perimeter of ACD.
Yeah.
So we assume that line segment as AD.
Mhm.
So AX plus AD plus 4 should be equal to 5 minus X plus AD plus 3.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Vishwita, are you clear so far? Vishwita, are you clear so far?
Wait, so X plus AD.
So he's just calculating the perimeter
yeah.
of the bottom triangle, perimeter of the top
Yeah.
triangle. He's saying both are equal. Continue, Arsh.
So after calculation, I got X is equal to 2.
AD simply cancels off. I can bring X to one
Yes.
side. So 2X equal to 8 minus 4, which is
4.
4, and
X
therefore
is
X equal to 2. Therefore, this portion is 2 and this portion is 3. Vishwata, are you with me as well so far? So he has
Wait, can
found
you
this.
explain the last part again?
So he solved this as 2X equal to 4. He got X to be 2 from this.
Yeah.
Okay, which means this portion is the 2. That's what he has marked as X, right? I've just replaced the X's.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
And the balance portion is 3. And then quickly we can check. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 4 is also 6. AD is anyway going to be a common side for both the triangles. Therefore, the perimeter should match. Yeah.
So can I continue from here?
No, Prashast. You've had good amount of speaking time. I want to spread the load. Okay, Arsh, Sukrit, can you continue, please?
Sir, so even I got stuck till where Arsh came.
Okay. Okay. Afterwards, you
I
are
can
not able to.
continue a bit further. Like,
Sorry.
I can continue a bit further.
Okay, go ahead, Arsh. Yeah.
So like, if we take it from a CB, like height will be same for both of them. It's like anywhere if you draw a line segment, so height will be same.
Correct.
So
Let's say this portion is the height.
yes, sir. So on the other side also will be same height because it's a
Correct.
triangle. So like ACB will not defy its properties. So then height is equal to half base into height. So the ratio of height, so the area of, I mean the, 1 second. Yes, so area, ratio of areas will be 2:3 of ABD is to ACD because height is same, and of the base is 2 in ABD and ratio is 3 in ACD, so ratio will be 2:3. Now,
Perfect.
so area of entire triangle is equal to half 3 into 4 is equal to 2 into 3, half of 2 and half of
Half of 4 into
4
3, which is 6.
yes, so 6. So oh I got it now, I think so. So
Exactly. And therefore, the final answer is 6 into
6 into 2 by 5.
Exactly. Yes, you're right, Arsh. Precious, did you get the same answer? It's 12 by 5 as the area.
Sir, I got the answer of the area as like 4.2.
4.2.
Yes, 4 by 5.
The entire area is 6.
The
Saying-
entire area is 6 and I got the area of like the ADB as 4.2.
Okay, which is wrong. It's 3.2. You can check your answer. Or rather, when I explain it again, maybe you will find your mistake. So, Vishwita, so or whoever else, I'm just addressing Vishwita, but whoever else didn't get this. So far, we all agree that length of BD is 2 and the length of CD is 3. Is everyone clear till that part?
Yes,
Vishwata,
sir.
okay, now, all he's saying, the next step is important. All he's saying is, whether it's the triangle, let me just erase all the other clutter. So I'll erase this clutter, this clutter. Actually, no, this one is needed, right? This is 3. I need this to be 3. Okay, so 3 is from here all the way till here. And the 2 is from here to here. Entire thing is 5. Okay, so all he's saying is, if I look at the two triangles, which two triangles, the same triangles, ACD or ABD, if I view it from the base being BC, So if I view it from here, if BC is the base, then, right, both of them have the same height, namely AE is the height for both the triangles. Do you agree? AE is the height. ACD is an acute angle triangle where the altitude AE falls within the triangle, whereas ABD is an obtuse angle triangle where the height AE falls outside the triangle, but the height is same for both of them. Do you agree, Vishmita?
Wait, I understand for ACD,
The height is
but
h.
I don't get it for ADB.
Correct. Okay. For ACD, you agree the height or the altitude is h. Do you agree? Therefore, the area of the triangle ACD, this area would be half into height into 3. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's focus on the lower triangle, which is ADB. For the triangle ADB, right? So if you bend your face a little bit and view it from keeping DB as the base, then if you drop a perpendicular from A, won't that perpendicular be the same as the AE? It'll fall outside, right? So it's like, if I have to draw it once more this way, it's looking something like this, right? So D, or rather, yeah. So this is my A, this is my B. The perpendicular is falling outside the triangle like this. Do you agree?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's the same height. So whether it's obtuse angle triangle or acute angle triangle, the height is still the same height, except that it's falling outside. So it's half into h into 2 instead, correct? Instead of the base being 3, the base is now 2.
Okay.
Okay. But these two collectively add up to the entire triangle. So these two add up to half into h into 3 plus 2, which is 5. Right? Okay. Or rather, you don't even, okay, all right. These two collectively add up to the entire triangle. And the entire triangle area, you know by some other means. This is 3, this is 4. And it's Pythagoras theorem, it's half into 3 into 4. Therefore, the entire big triangle area is 6. The entire big triangle area is 6. But it's split in the ratio 2:3. This is 2 parts and this is 3 parts area-wise. Why? Because the half and h is common. Only things that's different is the base. One is 3, one is 2. So the ratio of the two heights, the two bases is 3:2. Therefore, the 6 gets split into 2 parts, 3:2. The part that we are seeking is the 2 wala part. So it's 2/5 of the full area, which is 6. Does it make sense?
So this makes sense, but so the method that I also use, it makes sense to me.
Go ahead,
But
please. What is your method? I'll try to find a flaw in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like finding the area of of triangle ACD, that's what I did. It's the height is the same as that of the big triangle. So then like I just filled in the gaps using algebra and I got 6/5 as the height, because 5 into 6/5 equals to 6. If we take 5 as the base,
The height will be 12/5, not 6/5, but 12/5.
so,
h will be 12/5.
oh yeah, so it'll be, okay, so 12/5, therefore my answer will change a bit.
Yeah.
So 12/5, because then we have to divide it by 2 ultimately.
Correct.
So 12/5.
Which is why your final answer was twice, right? I think it was twice. You got 4.2. But
Yes.
yeah, you can check your working. Sorry, guys, I have to go for the next one. Let's stop here. But yes, you can check your working pressures. If you still didn't get it, we can discuss next class. Okay, chalo, see you. Bye.